Name is Apostle ATEVANS, and this is AT Stake. This morning I'm reading from the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 38, and I'm speaking shortly on what I titled How to Give Effectively. How to give effectively. Give, and it shall be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. We all know that giving is fundamental doctrine of the Bible. We know that giving produces results by opening the doors and windows of heavens over your life. Giving will cause God to pour out His blessing and His favor upon you and your household. The question is, how do you give in a manner that produces result? How do you give in a manner that produces result? The kind of giving that produces result is the giving that has no selfish interest attached to it. People give for so many reasons. People give because they want to be popular. People give because they want the acceptance of the people around them. People give to show and prove that they have the ability to give. In order for us to be able to produce effective results, our giving must be rid of ulterior motives. God works with our motives. As Christians, the way a Christian should give is different from the way an unbeliever should give. Jesus expressly told us in the book of Matthew chapter 6, He gave us the pattern of giving that a Christian should follow. When you are giving, your right hand supposed not to know what your left hand is doing, and your left hand supposed not to know what your right hand is doing. That means that Christian giving should be the kind of giving that is not made in the public. That is not made to attract the acceptance or the praise of men. That's number one thing you have to establish. If you want to give, you have to ensure that your giving is rid of personal motives, which is giving to impress, giving to attract the attention of men, or giving to win favors from men. Number two, you have to set an agenda. You have to set goals. You have to make sure that giving is part of our daily, monthly, or weekly activities. You make giving part of your day-to-day life. And when you are doing that, it means that everything that comes into your hands, every money you make, every income that comes into your hands, every foodstuff you buy, everything you do, you factor giving inside. So you plan your giving. That's number two. Plan your giving. Your church. The basic things that the church usually asks for is your tithe and offering. Sometimes there are times that churches will ask for pledges, for vows, What are pledges for? Pledges are targeted at specific projects. Specific projects in the church. You can give to support specific projects in the church. You can give to support a cause. A cause is a project. Your church is going for missionary journey. You can constantly support missionaries in your church. You can give to the orphanages. You can commit yourself to visiting orphanages. You can commit yourself to identifying the less privileged in the church and give to them individually, or directly supporting that department if it is set up in your church. So you know what you are giving to support. You know what you are giving to. You know what you are giving to. You can directly support missionaries by identifying the missionaries themselves and directly supporting them, providing food items, clothing items, and whatever things they need to support their missionary work. You can sponsor events, and sponsor Christian events without expecting any physical gains. When you sponsor a Christian event and you are expecting them to advertise your business, that is not giving. You are doing business. That's advertisement. It doesn't mean that thing you are doing is a sin. What it means is that you already got your reward. When you give to support a cause, there are local causes you can support. There are international causes you can support. You can identify a community if you have the capacity, a community that is lacking in some few basic amenities. You can support that community by giving to that community. And you do it in such a way that you don't make yourself lords over that particular community. You don't make yourself the reason for their joy. There is this issue that always pop up online where people give to women on the street, children on the street, and they carry camera around to record what they are doing, like this social stuff that people do. And you see under the comment, a lot of Christians will be saying, why are you giving in public? Why are you recording this? Why are you recording that? Yes, they are giving, but those giving are targeted at something. Some of them are doing it just to promote their channel. Some of them are doing it to encourage others to be good to people. Some of them are doing it to sort of feel satisfied, to satisfy certain craving within themselves. It doesn't mean it is a sin to give in that manner, but what it means is that as soon as anyone praises you, you already receive your reward, because as a result of this giving, you may get people that want to do business with you. You may win a contract. You may win the favor of men. You may even gain access to more funds, whereby people appreciate what you are doing and they are giving their money to you so that you can do more. It doesn't mean it's a sin if you give and you carry camera around. It's not a sin. It's just that you have received your reward. It doesn't also mean that God is also not rewarding you, because whatever benefit you get from whatever you are doing, people giving to you, it is still God rewarding you. Another reason people do that is because most of these social activities that people do requires accountability, because somebody gave them that money. Somebody is sponsoring that project, and they recording the video will give the person some sense of fulfillment, because the person has given to the right cause. The person has given to the right person. So people do it for accountability's sake. I have run a foundation before, and I'm still doing it. It's just that I'm doing it on a personal basis. When people give to your foundation, there is need for accountability. You have to prove to them, you have to show them that you have done what you promised you were going to do, and you didn't take anything behind. You asked them for money to sponsor 12 students in their university fees or in their secondary school fees. You spoke to these people and they gave you the money to do that project. You have to be accountable. So you can't say, oh, Jesus said your left hand should not know what your right hand is doing. The money you are using is not your money. You are using people's money. And there is need for you to be accountable. So sometimes when you carry camera and you are recording what you are doing, it does not mean you are committing sin. It is not a sin to record what you are doing. It is not a sin to record your giving. It becomes a sin when you begin to use the giving that you did to this individual to mock them or to portray them in a way that doesn't glorify God. I've watched many of these social videos where people actually touch the lives of less privileged people on the street. The fact that you are touching lives, there's a reward for you. The fact that you are reaching out to people and you are giving them hope, God is going to bless you for that. At the same time, the reward you also get is that you are getting the trust of the people who sponsors your cause. So there is nothing wrong. But when we come on individual level, like you are using your personal money to help people, there is no need to make noise about it. That's what Jesus is saying, that you should not allow your left hand to know what your right hand is doing. There is a lot of things that comes with you allowing the other person to know what you are doing for the other person. You might degrade the person you are giving to. There are people who gives to you just to degrade you. They buy you clothes, they buy you shoes. The day you put on the clothes, they are telling their friends that you see that clothes is wearing, that is doing yanga. I am the one that gave him the clothes. It's my used clothes. Your intention for doing that is to mock the person, and that's where the sin comes from. So motive is everything. Lastly, make sure if you are giving because it is your spiritual obligation. Don't give because you want something back. Don't give to God because you want something back. Though God is going to give you something back. But immediately you begin to give because you want something back, you may not get anything because your motive is wrong. Giving is a Christian service. Give because it is your spiritual obligation. Give as devotion. Giving is a worship. Giving is prayer. So when you give, you are praying. When you give, you are worshiping. When you give, is a sign of devotion to God. I hope these few words have clarified some few things for you. God bless you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more insight into the Bible and for more perspective on what people think. God bless you.